Hi, you Evolving Now family. I'm Andre Young, and welcome to the Thought of the Week. This week, the topic is called Life is a Marathon. Now, I'm so happy to share this with you. One, because the quote for this week is from a great friend of mine. The question hits so many different topics that are imperative for us to hear as people in all roles that we play that allow us to live the best life possible. So I'm ready to get started. I hope you are had a great day and ready to evolve. Let's jump into it. Don't try to sprint a marathon. Good friend of mine, Mike Johnson. You know who you are. You're absolutely awesome. Don't try to sprint a marathon. And when he said that to me, or just in conversation, it really made my gears turn, because if you're a type A person, if you have a dream, you have a goal, you have a plan, most of us want to get there as quickly as possible. When we can have an understanding that not every goal is meant to get there quickly. Sometimes getting there quickly is not the best route. Maybe I don't, you don't, we don't know enough. Not enough things have happened. Not enough things have prepared us for the destination we think we should be at, deserve to be at, and believe that we can handle. So life is a marathon. And it can't be sprinted all the time. It just leaves us exhausted, frustrated, and sometimes burnt out. So here's some questions that I have for the thought of the week, and I like to get into that. It says after the holidays, and depending on when you're watching this, this is January, so this is prime time resolution time. Prime time that we haven't already done what we said that we wanted to do. So great timing for it. After the holidays, it's time to hit the ground running and catch up with our regular pace of life. In what areas do you need to pace yourself? What is your idea of relaxation? So in what areas do I, when I think about this question for me, do I need to pace myself? Now, I thought of two perfect ones for me, and maybe this resonates with you. See, one was at work. I run You Evolving Now. This is my business. This is my baby. And I can have my pedal to the metal of how many businesses. I've been very blessed and fortunate to be able to go into businesses and bring this to them. Go into universities and bring this to them. Go into people's lives and bring it to them. But my goal is forward. I'm always thinking about my goal. I'm always thinking about the number of businesses and people that I want to serve. And sometimes that can become so exhausting where it's like, hey, pace yourself, pace yourself. Enjoy the big victories and small victories that people don't even know are happening but you. Pat yourself on the back from time to time and just breathe and enjoy that. What goal and how is that going to happen? Is this a 2-month, a 3-month, a 5-year? And be able to enjoy that marathon, and not everything's a sprint. From a personal standpoint, how would I like to pace myself? And if you're a parent, if you're taking care of people, I really want you to think of this. I wanted to be conscious to pace myself as a parent. See, I have teenagers and they have dreams. And my whole job, people pay me for dream development, to be a life enrichment coach. What's your dream? What desired lifestyle do you have? And how do I help you move forward with that? What I learned from pacing myself is that my children, your children, may not always need who you are at work. Your partner, your parents, your friends may not always need who we are at work. See, I'm Mr. You Evolving Now there. But if I'm always Mr. You Evolving Now at home, all I could be doing is being pushy. Big on dream development. So if they're not on task and they're not doing all of those things, does that mean that I don't care about them? I'm frustrated. I'm angry all the time. If I am, that's my fault. Maybe you are in the law. So your job is to fight and be right all the time. Can you imagine bringing that home? Maybe you're a boss and a CEO all the time. So you're in charge of a lot of people. Can you imagine if you bring that home to your significant other and kids all the time? So one of our biggest challenges as parents and caregivers and caretakers is to be sure that we can have those assets, because those assets that we take into work that got us hired, that let us build our business, that's our superpower. It's absolutely great and wonderful and amazing to be gifted with what I have and what you have. But knowing how to pace ourselves and saying, is what I'm doing, how I'm being beneficial and productive? And if we honestly don't know the answer to that question, then I implore you to ask. Ask your significant other. Ask your kids. Is what I'm doing, how I'm being, and what I feel like I'm doing great and what my gift is helping you? Do you need more or less of what I'm doing or who I am? And most importantly, give them permission to answer us honestly. If you're doing everything and it's great and they say it's great, keep it up. Great. If they say they need more, are we willing to give more? If they say we need less, are we capable, willing, and loving enough to give less and pace ourselves for the marathon? And then when and if they need you more, we can sprint that then. That's okay. So my other question is, how do you best relax? Now, if you need to hit pause for a second to digest everything that I just shared with you, because that was big. That was bigger than you may even think. So hit pause to digest that if you need to. But for the sake of time, the last question was, how do you best relax? Great question for you to ask yourself, because some of us are moving at such a breakneck pace that we may have forgotten that, may feel guilty doing that. But the purpose of my question is really for your significant other, your kids. Do you know how they best relax? Is it okay if they do? See, sometimes their relaxation may look like laziness, may look like they don't want to do what you want or think or think that they should do. And sometimes it's okay. See, I was speaking with a young woman at her job and, taking You Evolving Now to her job. And she had mentioned like being on, when the kids get home, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And I said, hey, I do the same thing. Until my 11-year-old came to me one day and said, Dad, can I just relax for a second? Can I just sit down? And it dawned on me how busy he is too. Goes to school 8 hours, comes home, goes to basketball practice or football practice, does his training, things like that, then sits at a table, does his homework, does this, does that, does this, does that. On all honesty, and I completely underestimated what it meant to be a suburban parent. Not that there's not difficulty being a city parent. I am from the city. I get it. But my kids are as busy as I am, as productive as I am. And night doesn't shut down until 10 o'clock at night. Literally pick him up from practice at 9 p.m. at 11 years old. So when he said, Dad, could I just sit down and relax for a second? I said, wow. Son, yes, sit down, take a half hour, watch your show, put your feet up, just chill back and enjoy, and then we can restart. So that was something that was just so, something that stood out for me that I wanted to share with you. So I'm going to read these questions one more time, and I want you to think about these questions, but more importantly, live your answers. You ready? Here we go. In what areas of life may you need to pace yourself? Why? How do you best relax? And do you know your partner's answer? Do you know your kids' answer? If you don't, ask. Have a different conversation and gift you and your relationships with that answer and permission for them to do so. Guys, if you like this video, you're going to love everything that I offer with You Evolving Now. From our individual mentoring virtually, so I call it Evolving in Your Jammies. We could be face-to-face just like this and evolving in my Rue way. Or evolving with my 7 Ways to Love mentoring sessions with you and or your significant other. Evolve with You Evolving Now University. So one time a month, you and other people just like you globally, all around the world, get to benefit from my seminars and forum styles as we all grow together. Check out if you are a business or work for a company and want me to speak at your company and want this one-on-one mentoring at your company, evolve and lead at your company. Check us out at youevolvingnow.com at the employee growth tab, and it's all there. Please connect with me. If you're a university for your athletics, check it out as well. Guys, I will see you next time. Have a fantastic day and enjoy your evolution. Take care.